bow tie. 29 minutes of video time left. Well, I got a new trouble light. Sears, half price, $17 instead of $35. I guess it's only worth $17. And the button is so hard to press. Whoa. 35 LEDs, $17. It's got a snap-on clip with a magnet. So, I got the back brakes fixed on the Suburban, and that's all back down on the ground. You can't see it. So then I'm changing the fan clutch. The one I had on it wasn't disengaging, and it gets cold here 3/4 of the year. So I'm putting on another clutch fan that I got off the red Suburban that the spring had popped off of right there. So I epoxied that on. And then I was looking at the one that I took off that came off the 97 dump truck that got scrapped before I could get to it. Had brand new injectors on it. Missed them. But I got the gas pedal. Didn't know about the computer at the time. Look at that. I epoxied that one on too. So obviously it's a common problem. Anyhow, so I'm putting the fan back on. When I was removing the fan, I dropped 2 bolts. One of these long pointy ones. I finally found it on top of the intercooler. And then I dropped one of the fan nuts. And I looked and looked and looked, and I finally found it. Watch this. This light's got triple mode. This mode, that mode. The nut was inside that hole. Right there. Inside there. So I couldn't see it. And I looked and looked and looked and looked. And I finally pulled out that magnetic, extendable magnetic, telescopic magnetic piece of steel here, and there it was. Right on the end of the magnet. But not to fret, because I collect spare nuts and bolts. These are from the trip. Bought these in Peyton, Colorado, or did these come from South Fresno, California? There's a nut right there. Here's one that I took off. That was on the red Suburban. Too small. The outside is too small. The inside's a right thread. That's for the 84. Body nuts, bolts. There's the whole stud. Always save these little parts, because you drop a piece or you start working on something and it's missing. Idler, bearing, brake hose that didn't fit. 2 of those. Both didn't fit. You may have a lot of junk, but it's sure nice to have the junk that you need when you can find it. So I'm putting this fan clutch back on that was on the red Suburban, was never disengaging, roaring all the time. And we'll see if it works now that I've put the spring back on. So I'm going to put the fan back on, and I'm going to put the cover back on. And that's it. It's 7:15 at night. It's going to be time to pack it in. Dual thermostats.